In a high-value retaliatory operation, military mariners from the armed forces of Ukraine successfully sank the second-ranked border patrol vessel Izumrud, belonging to the Federal Security Service of the Russian Federation, following a precise strike executed with the advanced Sargon 3000 uncrewed maritime complex near Novorossiysk. The naval drone impact caused significant casualties among the enemy crew, with multiple deaths and injuries reported aboard the 62.5-meter vessel, which featured a helicopter pad, a displacement of up to 750 tons, and a maximum speed of 27 knots since its launch in 2014. This successful strike carries immense symbolic weight and historic justice for the Ukrainian forces, as the Izumrud was one of the primary Russian vessels that directly participated in the aggression and capture of Ukrainian Navy ships in the Kerch Strait on November 25, 2018, fulfilling the military command's solemn warning that retribution remains absolute. In an unprecedented escalation of asymmetric naval warfare, the Unmanned Systems Forces of Ukraine successfully targeted 11 enemy vessels in the Sea of Azov during a precise overnight operation, delivering a severe blow to the maritime infrastructure of the Russian Federation. This highly coordinated raid brings the total number of Russian naval casualties to 116 ships damaged or destroyed within a brief span of just 9 days, showcasing a massive intensification of Ukraine's autonomous operations. According to official operational details released by the military command, the high-value targets included 5 oil tankers and 5 cargo ships, which were neutralized through a flawless joint mission executed by operators from the 1st Separate Center, the 413th Separate Regiment known as RAID, and the 20th Separate Brigade K2. Additionally, units from the 413th Separate Regiment independently struck a Russian tugboat operating in the same maritime area, further demonstrating the expanding technical capabilities, tactical precision, and strategic reach of Ukraine's rapidly evolving domestic drone deployments. This massive sabotage campaign is designed with the primary strategic goal of systematically choking off the economic and logistical supply chains that feed the Kremlin's war machine. Despite extensive international sanctions imposed by the global community, Moscow has continuously bypassed economic restrictions to export crude oil using its notorious shadow fleet, funneling those massive maritime revenues directly into financing its ongoing military aggression on Ukrainian territory. By systematically putting these tankers, bulk carriers, and auxiliary vessels out of service, Ukrainian forces are actively disrupting the enemy's logistical chain, severely restricting Russia's capabilities for maritime transport, and crippling its economic lifelines. This strategy drastically reduces the adversary's capacity to supply vital fuel and resources to its occupation forces stationed in the temporarily occupied Crimean Peninsula, allowing the Unmanned Systems Forces to reshape the regional balance of power while living up to their core military motto of staying one step ahead of the enemy. Powerful explosions were reported overnight in the Russian city of Gelendzhik, Krasnodar Krai. Shortly after the blasts, a large fire broke out, which local residents said was located near the city's airfield. As the hours passed, residents reported that the intensity of the fire had decreased. Russian authorities have not yet released official information on the extent of the damage. Later, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky stated that Ukrainian long-range forces had carried out a strike in Gelendzhik. According to his statement, the operation hit a patrol ship and a tanker belonging to Russia's so-called Shadow Fleet, approximately 430 kilometers from the front line. So far, these claims have not been independently confirmed by Russian authorities. However, videos circulating on social media show a major fire and explosions in the area during the night. During the early hours of July 14th, Ukrainian drones attacked the Afipsky oil refinery in Russia's Krasnodar Krai, one of the country's main oil processing facilities. Local residents reported multiple explosions followed by a large fire at the site, while Russian authorities confirmed a drone attack. Later, the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine stated that the operation was carried out by the Unmanned Systems Forces, Ukraine's military intelligence, GUR, and the Security Service of Ukraine, SBU, the refinery has a processing capacity of more than 6 million tons of oil per year and supplies fuel used by both the Russian economy and its military-industrial sector. The strike is part of Ukraine's strategy to target energy and logistics infrastructure considered vital to sustaining Russia's war effort. In a daring ultra-long-range operation, deep strike units from the Special Operations Forces of Ukraine executed a successful overnight drone attack against the Gazprom Neftekhim Salavat oil refining and petrochemical complex located in the city of Salavat, Republic of Bashkortostan. The attack, which required Ukrainian long-range unmanned aerial vehicles to travel an astonishing distance of approximately 1,500 kilometers deep into Russian territory, was conducted in direct coordination with an underground domestic resistance movement operating inside Russia known as Black Spark. According to preliminary operational data released by the military command, the precision strike triggered a series of loud explosions followed by a major fire, successfully targeting the critical AVT-6 primary oil distillation unit and other essential production facilities within the industrial zone. This strategic facility represents one of the largest oil refining and petrochemical hubs in the Russian Federation, responsible for processing over 7 million tons of crude oil annually and accounting for nearly 2.7% of the country's total refining capacity. Ukrainian military officials emphasize that the Gazprom Neftekhim Salavat complex was of vital significance to the Kremlin's economy, as it stood as the last major domestic gasoline and fuel producer that had remained completely untouched by strikes during the ongoing calendar year. Local Russian authorities confirmed the attack and reported damage to critical utility racks carrying vital supply lines and electrical cables, underscoring Ukraine's intensified asymmetric campaign to systematically cripple Russia's energy infrastructure and disrupt the logistical networks fueling its war machine. Ukrainian drones attacked a logistics hub in the occupied city of Luhansk during the night of June 14th. According to the information released, the strikes reportedly hit a parking area used by logistics transport, where several cargo trucks were stationed. The images show destroyed vehicles, large fires, and damage to industrial facilities. At this time, there is no independent verification of the full extent of the damage, although the available footage suggests a significant impact on the logistics infrastructure used in the occupied area. In a highly coordinated aerial campaign across the southern sector of the Donetsk region, skilled drone operators from the Spartan Brigade alongside the 2nd Corps Kartia have been systematically utilizing advanced Hornet-type unmanned aerial vehicles to relentlessly strike vulnerable Russian military positions, focus supply routes, and critical troop concentrations. This intensified tactical operation specifically targets key logistical strongholds deep within occupied territory, including the strategic port of Mariupol, which serves as a major maritime transit hub for the Kremlin's regional reinforcement networks. By launching precise and continuous drone incursions, Ukrainian forces are successfully undermining local Russian defensive maneuvers, actively disrupting the flow of critical combat resources, and heavily degrading the adversary's capability to safely secure their occupied supply lines along the crucial southern front line. In what has been characterized as one of the most significant offensive operations executed by Ukrainian forces during the current summer campaign, the 425th Assault Regiment known as Skelya has officially reported a substantial breakthrough alongside adjacent military units deep into the occupied territory of the Dnipropetrovsk region, driving forward simultaneously across both the eastern and southern axes. Decisively breaking through entrenched lines, the coordinated assault resulted in the successful liberation of 6 key settlements, specifically Ternove, Zaporizhzhny, Novogorgivka, Vorone, Sichnevi, and Malivka. The massive offensive operation materialized as dozens of specialized Ukrainian assault groups initiated highly synchronized advances simultaneously from the area of Velikomikhylivka, moving under the continuous cover of 24-hour combat aviation support. As a direct consequence of this overwhelming tactical pressure, the 120th Naval Infantry Division of the Russian Federation, which held the defensive lines in this sector, suffered catastrophic and critical operational casualties. Furthermore, the advancing Ukrainian forces successfully established total fire control over the critical logistical hub located in the village of Temerivka, effectively severing a vital Russian military supply route while completely destroying a personnel concentration point belonging to the Russian 656th Motorized Rifle Regiment. This strategic breakthrough has not only altered local territorial control, but has also allowed the defense forces to significantly extend the operational range of their domestic drone strikes deeper into enemy-held territory, creating an enduring fire control envelope over all remaining Russian logistical routes across this vital sector of the front line.